welcome to Vlogmas, a very late Vlogmas. I had planned to do this year, and I did want to do every day, but quite honestly I don't think my life is that exciting that I could have something for every day and then edit and upload it. So then I decided to do it weekly, and it's been a funny old year, and in true 2020 style, December really didn't start off the best for me, which is why I'm starting late, but hey, better late than never. If you've been here a while, you know I have what I like to call a muggle job. That muggle job is in a department store called Debenhams here in the UK, which is unfortunately closing down. So yeah, that wasn't what I wanted to hear on the 1st of December. And then a few days after that, we suffered a break-in at home. Thankfully, we got everything back. And then I lost Whamageddon on the 4th. So, I know that seems quite inconsequential, but I play it every year. So losing on the 4th was a real bummer. But one good thing that has happened is they are putting Love Is Gone back in the Muppet Christmas Carol, and I'm glad that I'm not the only one who is irrationally angry that it was ever taken out in the first place. I never forgave them for it. It's one of my favourite Christmas songs. I have it on my festive playlist on my iPod, and I play it every year, multiple times, and I'm so glad that they are putting it back in the DVD. So I have about an hour left before James comes to pick me up. I was at work earlier and then I came here. I just put the gathering stitches into the sleeve linings here of the Eden jacket. Isn't it pretty? Look at the sleeves. The sleeves are massive. It's amazing. So yeah, just gonna put this in. And I need to put the little facing on the bottom of the sleeves. Good morning, it's Sunday. It's a horrible, rainy, gloomy day, so I'm sorry that the light is all over the place. Today I'm going to start off by trying to put this wig on this head form. There will be a video about this in the near future, but I thought whilst I'm doing this, I, would just chat to you guys about stuff. So, I last filmed on Friday, and yesterday I went to the muggle job, did a shift, and then I came home and just kind of relaxed. I applied for a job, which is something I hate doing. I've always hated applying for jobs. There we go, just adjusted the zoom a bit because I don't think you could see everything. It reminds me of E.T., you know, when E.T. is dressed up in the red wig. Is it a red wig? Someone's wearing a red wig, I'm sure. Anyway, yeah, it's kind of reminding me of that. So I'm going to safety pin it into place first, just to keep it steady. And then, yeah, but yes, as I was saying, I hate applying for jobs. It's just really depressing, at least to me. Just checking this is on kind of straight. So it's going to have a fringe, but I wanted a slightly longer fringe, and on this wig, I got this wig off eBay. It's got, where the fringe is, it's got a massive, just empty space, which isn't useful. So, yeah, so I've combed some more bits over, and I'm gonna cut this off, and then this is just gonna, go up in a poofy, curly style of some kind, and then that's hopefully going to, look like an actual head, sort of. I know how I can make it level, because I've got these seams here, so I think it needs to go that way a tiny bit. So if I did this as centre, that should be the centre seam. Yes. Okay. So I'm now going to safety pin this into place. This is really fiddly. Can I tie the hair up? See, I was going to sit here and talk to you guys, but I literally have nothing interesting to talk about. Apart from, you know, hunting for a job and how depressing that is. I am quite glad, though, that they don't really use those stupid questionnaires anymore. Last time I was job hunting, which was about 5 years ago, 5 or 6, everywhere seemed to have these really silly kind of personality quizzes. So they'd ask you a question of a test scenario, and what would your answer be? And a customer is getting angry because they want this thing and it's not in stock. What would you do? And they'd give you like options. Those weren't as bad, but then you also had like personality based ones, and yeah, you can't really tell about a person from those tests. I'm not a fan of personality tests. Like, I didn't like when we did them in uni, because as I said, if you watch my last video, I did psychology at uni. So yeah, just the personality bits really weren't my favourite part of that. Okay, I'm back. I had to change the battery. And then this new battery, it's not doing it now. I don't know. The screen is vibrating for some reason, but the footage should be fine. So, yes, we are just carrying on safety pinning this into place. Buy nice quality batteries. That is my word of advice to you. There we go. Looks quite pretty, doesn't it? So we need to cut the fringe. It's quite a long fringe, because I want to curl it as well, because everyone had curly fringes in the well, not everyone, but curly fringes were the thing in the Victorian era, and as someone who has a fringe and has had a fringe most of her life, I kind of am used to having a fringe. It just makes me more comfortable when I have a fringe. So I'm just going to rough cut this. There we go, and then it's going to be curled. It's going to be split into two and then kind of curled up, I think. I don't know. I'll have to curl it and see how it looks, but yeah. That's going to be curled, probably just sprayed sprayed with water, and then I'll probably use a heat gun just to, dry it off, and just to give it a bit of heat, whilst obviously being careful not to set the actual head on fire. So to actually sew on, I'm going to use a curved needle. I've never used a curved needle before. These are really thick. So I hope they're going to go through everything alright. I've used the largest from the pack. So I'm just kind of sewing where the wefts are. I'm just sewing in there, but this will probably actually be easier doing it on my lap. So I will come back to you guys once I've finished. So I've sewed it all on. I'm a bit worried because I didn't pack the bottom quite as firmly as I did the actual thing, because I kind of got bored by that point. It feels a little wobbly. I am thinking about maybe putting some false flowers on the base to also hide the lace, which looks like I've decapitated an alien. So that might help the slight wobble, but it looks quite good. I'm happy with how it turned out. Now I just need to style it, but first I'm going to get something to eat because I'm hungry, and it is 11:30, I think. So I was going to have breakfast. We usually just have a boiled egg. Well, I have one boiled egg, and James has too. Then he said, oh, do you want some scrambled eggs? I was like, that would be lovely. And then he started watching videos of American breakfast shows, and they all had bacon, and he really wanted bacon, so now he's gone to get bacon, and I'm still hungry. So whilst he's gone to get bacon, I thought I would tell you guys what I traditionally do on a Sunday, and it usually starts with the Sunday sit and sew with Kittenish Behaviour. I don't think you can see that, but yep, every Sunday she does a hangout, and it's just really nice to kind of watch what she's doing. So there's that one. And if you guys remember, or if you watched my video back in June, July sort of time, where I made this mesh corset, you know that I had some issues with it, and I was going to do a kind of follow-up video, but I never got around to it. I moved these boning channels so they were positioned a bit better, and it does actually stop the gaping at the back here, but it is still too uncomfortable around this bit, and it still digs in quite a lot, so it's just not going to be a corset that I reach for. So I'm probably going to just take that apart for parts. But what I have been doing is I've been working on a slightly different version, and this again is based sort of on an extant example, but the whole thing is mesh. There's no gap in the waist area, and I need to do the boning for it. So whilst I'm watching the Sunday Sit and Sew today, I'm going to sort out the boning for this, and I also need to sort out the boning for my red Eton jacket that I've been working on at the moment. So that is my plan to do today. I don't know if I've mentioned this in any of my videos, but the way I like to do boning is to measure all the channels first, write them down, and then put how many bones I need. So like 38 centimeters times 2, 35 times 4, something like that. And then I cut everything out at the same time and trim it all at the same time. That is just the way I do it. I don't know if you do it differently. Let me know if you do. So that's what I'm going to do, and I'm also going to grab the lining of the Eton jacket out of my bag so I can do that at the same time. I'm using the front-facing camera on my phone, which I always find a bit weird. I was going to cut out the bones for the corset, and I realised that I want to put the binding on first, because I always put the binding on one side first, but to do that I need to finish the front. To finish the front I need a zipper foot, which I don't have on my machine at home, so I need to take it to the studio, finish the front and put the busk in, then I can put one side of the binding on and do the boning. So everything's written down, it just needs those things doing into it. I'm going to do the bones for the Eton jacket and put them in their casings, even though that also is better with a zipper foot. I can just put my needle all the way to one side, and then that slack I can just take out when I'm hand sewing it into the Eton jacket, so that's not as big a worry as putting the busk in. That needs to be quite secure and tight. So I'm going to leave this Vlogmas episode 1 here. I want to get this edited and uploaded for tomorrow, so Monday the 14th, and I will see you guys later. Bye!